Are you aware that most of the things you are using as of the moment are a product of operating systems? Like this, and this? Some of you might not know about what these operating systems are and how it evolved starting from ENIAC to the latest OS we have now. Hi, my name is Cristina Peña and I will discuss what are these operating systems and how it evolved. Operating system is a software that manages a computer's resources, particularly the allocation of those resources among other programs. This cycle explains how the user communicates with the hardware in between of applications and operating systems. It all starts from hardware or to the user, and it is a never-ending process. Our computers communicate in ones and zeros only. An operating system is like the bridge to help ourselves understand what those ones and zeros mean. That is the reason why operating system plays a big role in our everyday lives, especially in today's modern era where everything is high technology. But do you know what is the first operating system? ENIAC is the first general-purpose electronic computer. There were no operating systems back then, and that is the reason why Moore School of Engineering, University of Pennsylvania invented ENIAC. ENIAC stands for Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer, and it was created with the ability to be reprogrammed to solve a wide range of computational problems. If ENIAC weren't born, maybe the world is not like what we see today. Maybe we do not have searching engines like Google, Bing, Yandex, and big technology companies like Apple, Amazon, and many more. The invention of ENIAC led the way to the invention of any other operating systems like EDVAC and EDSAC. EDVAC and EDSAC were both invented in the year 1949, which is if ENIAC is in a decimal process, EDVAC is in the form of binary. And as far as you know, EDVAC and EDSAC both stored program computers. There are more operating systems born in this year like BNAC is successor to the ENIAC year 1949, UNIVAC by Remington year 1951, IBM 701 year 1952, the Interrupt year 1956, and Fortran year 1954 to 1957. By the late 1950s, the form of operating system is still improving. The inventions of OS this year was capable of batch processing in a single stream. If you are wondering how can this system runs with a single stream, the OS allows the single job to run at a time, and data were submitted in the form of groups or batches. It improved its error recovery too, by cleaning up after a job terminated unexpectedly. In the year 1950, so many things had improved, and it became a way for more knowledge to invent in the year 1960. This year's goal is to improve throughput. It is the rate of the total number of programs executed over a fixed period of time, and that is how they invented multiprogramming. In multiprogramming, CPU does not wait for input or output for the program it is executing, thus resulting in an increased throughput. This is also the year for following operational systems. The year of mini computers at AT&T Bell Laboratories in the late 1960s. It is one of the most known mini computer because it was widely accepted. It was basically free in early editions, was readily obtainable, and could be easily modified. Mini computers also made the companies at that time to have their own computers because of evolution of these affordable computers. Operating system in the year 1960 also acquired Compatible Time Sharing or CTSS from MIT year 1962, Burroughs Master Control Program or MCP for the B5000 system year 1963, IBM System or 360 year 1964, Disk became mainstream year 1960s. Mini computers got cheaper, more powerful, and really useful. Year 1966, mouse was invented. Year 1967 to year 1968. Multics year 1964 and onward. The Unix time-sharing system from Bell Telephone Laboratories year 1969. 1970 is the year for multi-user. Multitasking is indeed the road to go. Virtual memory is created by dynamic address translation hardware which operating systems must manage. It is now possible to build virtual machines and architectures that are modular. This was also the year for the birth of the compact style and interactive personal programs. After the year 1970, there were several operating systems invented, and these were the operating systems that are known by the generations of today. Let's start from this. Most of us know this, right? By Intel announces the microprocessor in the year 1971, somehow, people did not even find it big deal. Though the Intel 4004 was a microprocessor with 2000 transistors that could process 60,000 operations per second, people did not find it a big deal. It was a 4-bit computer with approximately the same computing capacity as the ENIAC. It was also found in a few computer calculators. Next is the 1972 IBM with VM, the Virtual Machine Operating System. Before IBM started, they are asking themselves about their goals, and they came up with this question. Can we construct a computer that helps us to build, debug, and calculate the efficiency of several operating systems at the same time? That was their main goal, and their main idea of building and improving virtual memory and virtual machines. And that is how IBM came up with their invention System 360 or Model 67. I am pretty sure you know this one, an Apple II, a computer that is ready to use and one of the world's first highly successful mass-produced microcomputer product. It is built-in and helps color text and graphics to be viewed. This computer was a plug-and-play system that lasted for 15 years. This machine enabled non-geeks to use personal computers, and that was a large part of the population. They also have an Apple version in this year 1984 which is called the Apple Macintosh. Microsoft also began working on Windows and came out with Microsoft Windows 1, 2, and 3. Windows 1 and 2 were essentially just graphical shells over MS-DOS, which is a single user and a single tasking system. Then, Windows next created the first Windows virus in 1992 and Windows NT. Linux began with a kernel written by Linus Torvalds and was later augmented with a vast variety of GNU user-level software like GCC, Make, Emacs, and much of the other stuff that one expects in Unix distribution. We have to say it has improved over time. You have already seen Apple's iPhone, right? Which has a slightly improved look and still very pricey. Many people are interested in purchasing this phone. However, an average citizen are unable to purchase it due to the lack of money. I think you're wondering why this phone has a very pricey money to get. You can think it is pricey because of its visual, the camera, and whatsoever. It is not. It's because of the operating system. iOS uses a multi-touch interface in which the device is operated with the help of simple texture, and there's more of iOS features that you can use freely. This is one of the reasons why iPhone is that pricey. Android has been the most recent and the best-selling operating system worldwide, on smartphones since 2011 and on tablets since 2013. As of May 2017, it has over 2 billion monthly active users. You're probably one of them. The largest installed base of any operating system. As of January 2021, the Google Play Store features over 3 million apps. The current stable version is the Android 11, released on September 8, 2020. Can't you believe that this just all started from nothing? Then, the University of Pennsylvania started to invent ENIAC, and more operating system followed through. Do you think you have your Android or iPhones right now if there were no operating systems, your laptops and computers? What do you think we have now if things or these things weren't invented? Well, it's hard to imagine, right? But I think and I'm sure that people will always do things that will make our works easier. Again, I'm Christina Peña and thank you for listening to my discussions about evolution of operating system. Thank you.